The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
With regard to documents, records, his own background, that's another sort of underlying theme here that the campaigns are clearly going at.
You're talking about Donald Trump? Or?
Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald.
One thing that people, at least on among his opponents, continue to bring up is his college records.
Right, this is the Donald Trump question, which I think he's the one who brings it up the most.
Last year at this time, in fact on this very weekend, we finally delivered justice to one of the world's most notorious individuals.
And joining me now, we have a studio audience tonight. Let's welcome the one and only Donald Trump.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great to see you. How are you?
Well, it's such an honor, and to be mentioned by the president so often is always nice.
You know, and I wanted to start here with you for one reason, is that you have been willing to say something. I've said it. A few others have said it. You've been probably the most outspoken of anybody. That in spite of a perception that exists about President Obama, he's not really the nice guy. He's been able to pull this off. You don't think he's as nice a guy as he portrays himself?
No, I don't think he's a nice guy, and I think that I'm very happy that Mitt Romney stopped saying he was such a nice man. You know, Mitt used to say a few months ago, he's a nice man, a wonderful man, and I was sort of saying, like, why do we have to keep saying that? Because I think he's a tough guy. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's surrounded by some very tough and smart people, David Axelrod and a few others.
And welcome back to Hannity. We continue with Donald Trump. I did not want to bring this up because every person that interviews you goes right for the birth certificate issue, which, by the way, you did win.
I did.
And
he released it.
They finally...
Whatever it was he released. You know, some people don't know what it was that he released, and I'm not sure what he released. But, you know, I used to start off by saying I was a very good student at the best school, the Wharton School of Finance, which is probably the hardest school in the country to get into, and did very well. Because anytime you even question where he was born, they try and make you sound like a fool or an idiot. So I'd always start off by talking about my education, my background, this and even though I think most people know who I am. But it's really very sad. I did get him to release something. What he released, a lot of people are really disputing. In fact, I read a big story today. They're disputing what he released, which is his, quote, long-form birth certificate. Now, Hillary Clinton could not get him to release it. John McCain could not get him to release it. I got him to release it. And he spent $2.8 million, and that was as of a year ago, on trying to fight it.
Yeah.
So in one way, I'm proud of it, but I just don't know what he released.
More than that, you know what I've always wanted to see? I want to see the college transcripts. He had to go from Occidental, Harvard, Columbia, top schools in the nation, when we're told he was not maybe...
Sean, when he does a book, and he does the cover of the book, and it didn't get printed, but it was when he was younger, and it says, born in Kenya, raised in Indonesia. Those exact words. Born in Kenya, raised in Indonesia. Now, then the publisher comes out and sort of immediately said it was so, and then all of a sudden said it was a typographical error. Now, I know typographical errors. The word the word born in Kenya, raised in Indonesia. Now, who knows? Maybe he said it for other reasons. There are
maybe
other
to
reasons.
sell the book. So, but there was...
Or maybe for other reasons. There are various other reasons. But why would that statement, and is that a typographical error to you? I don't think so.
Well, having written 3 best-selling books, and you've written many more, I got to be honest, you go over every one of those lines in detail. That's not something that's missed, especially if it's published.
Supposedly that line was dictated by him.
That's not my issue. I would like to know, unless somebody comes up with definitive evidence. I know Joe Arpaio and others have come out there. It's never been my main issue, but it was odd that they wouldn't release it to me.
Spent $2.8 million to lawyers not to release it. So I got him to release it, but what is it that he released?
Where's the college transcripts? I think they would tell America a lot. He seems to me to be still this great unknown. Hangs out with Bernardine Dohrn, Bill Ayers, Father Flager, Jeremiah Wright. I've never gotten over it. And people say you keep bringing those issues up. All right,
don't get over it.
No, I'm not.
Don't get over it.
I'm not.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.